Welcome to the World Martial Arts Success Show. I am Gina Lee, and this is the show where we take your martial arts school business from average to savage with the 5 pillars of martial arts school growth using our 5 pillars of martial arts school success. The first pillar of our martial arts school success system is to be a better martial artist because we know that for long-term success, your school is built on the back of your martial arts skills and knowledge as an instructor. The second pillar of success is better teaching methods. We know that through better teaching techniques, you can grow your classes and have more satisfied students who embrace the martial arts lifestyle. The third pillar is our unique organic growth system, using the best plug-and-play, done-for-you, online marketing methods in the world. The fourth pillar of success is our outstanding school growth and student management programs where your students become raving fans. And finally, the fifth pillar of success is our unmatched income-producing activities where you can learn to succeed without selling out. While you are here, go ahead and click to subscribe to this channel, like this video, and prepare to take notes as I turn the show over to our host, Richard Hackworth, who is going to guide you through another information-packed episode of the World Martial Arts Success Show. Take it away, Richard.
I am Richard Hackworth, and today I am giving you my top 27 ways to get more students from Twitter. The secret to attracting the attention of potential students is by getting more retweets on Twitter has been established as one of the most powerful ways to spread on Twitter. However, most of the people who send out tweets do not see a significant number of retweets compared to the work and effort they put in. Only 1% of all of the tweets on Twitter are retweets. That means a majority of tweets are getting unnoticed and never spread. It's not worth it to spend several hours on Twitter every day if your content is not spreading. There are some people on Twitter whose tweets get retweeted dozens of times, but most people are struggling to get a handful of retweets. The main reason why most people continue struggling to get more retweets is because they are not taught how to get more retweets. In this guide, I am going to share with you key methods that will allow you to get more retweets and spread faster on Twitter. 1. Be a retweeter. You know the saying, give, get? Sometimes if you retweet someone's tweets enough, that person will return the favor and retweet one of your tweets. When you retweet someone else's tweets, you must make sure these are the types of tweets that are related to what you tweet about on Twitter. Do not retweet just for the sake of retweeting someone else's tweet. Millions of tweets are being sent every second, so there is the ideal tweet for you to retweet somewhere. 2. Engage with your audience. Engagement is one of the most undervalued methods of getting more retweets. Engaging with your audience will allow you to build stronger connections with your followers. The people who you have numerous conversations with are going to be the ones who retweet you often. They are going to be the ones who promote you more than the typical follower. Having these conversations will turn strangers into friends, and friends like to talk about each other and spread the word. 3. Think about your audience. It is important to know what kind of content your audience would want to retweet. You need to tweet the type of content that your audience would want to retweet. If your audience is looking for martial arts training tips, don't tweet 10 facts about cats. The next time you send out a tweet, think about how your audience will react to it. 4. Build connections with influencers. There are some people in your industry who are getting numerous retweets for each of their tweets. These are the people who have built powerful audiences that engage with their updates. These are also the kinds of people who you need to start building connections with. If you connect with enough of these people, some of them may decide to retweet one of your tweets or mention one of your articles. Be sure to connect with the influencers in your own niche instead of just connecting with someone because that person has a large audience. 5. Tweet with pictures. We are a visual generation, which means we need to see our pictures. There are numerous people who prefer to watch TV than read a book because we now need to see what is happening. Reading text and having to think about what is happening has become tedious for many people. That is why pictures are more powerful, and tweeting with pictures in particular is a great way to get more engagement. Tweets with pictures get more than 2 times the number of retweets than tweets without pictures. Some people who only get 1 or 2 retweets have gotten over 100 retweets from one tweet because they included a relevant picture in that tweet. 6. Ask for the retweet. Ask and you shall receive. Few people think of asking for what they want. This is either because people are too shy to ask for what they want or feel as if asking is beneath them. There is no problem with asking for the retweet. In fact, including retweet at the end of a tweet has been proven to increase the number of retweets that tweet gets. Including retweet at the end of your tweet works even better than including RT or RT at the end of your tweet. Never be afraid to ask for something if you want it. 7. Talk about Twitter. When people are on Twitter, they want to learn more about it. There are many people on Twitter who want to learn how to get more retweets. That's probably one of the reasons why you are listening to this show. Another popular topic is how to get more Twitter followers. Just look up how to get more Twitter followers, and there will be thousands of articles that cover the topic. There are plenty of articles on the web to choose from that discuss Twitter, but all of them will be more likely to get retweeted than the average article. 8. Make your tweets 70, 100 characters long. Just because Twitter allows its users to send 140 character tweets does not mean you should be using all 140 characters. Even though 140 characters does not take much time to read, it is a commonplace on Twitter. That means the longer a tweet is, the more annoying it is to read. At the same time, many short tweets are vague and do not provide enough value. Studies in this area have confirmed that making the length of your tweets between 70 and 100 characters is the optimal length for getting the most retweets. If you have a 120 character tweet, see how you can make that tweet only 100 characters. 9. Tweet about the same topics repeatedly. One of the human needs we have is certainty. Certainty means knowing what is going to happen in certain scenarios and knowing what to expect. When you look at Tony Robbins' Twitter feed, you expect motivational thoughts. If all of a sudden Tony Robbins decided to tweet something about fashion, everyone would be confused. We'd wonder who hacked Tony Robbins' Twitter account before we ever thought that he might have actually sent out the tweet himself. Tweeting about the same subject brings the certainty that people need to revisit your account and scroll through your tweets. Getting your followers to do this will in return lead to more retweets and build your reputation as an expert. 10. Embed your tweets in your blog posts. Some of your tweets will match up with the content you wrote in a particular blog post. Few people utilize the ability to embed tweets in their blog posts. However, this is a powerful way to boost engagement. People are able to retweet and favorite your tweets without leaving your blog. In addition, some of the readers who enjoy your blog post will also be likely to retweet the embedded tweets. As more people read your blog and retweet the tweets, more audiences will see your tweets and retweet them. 11. Tweet with 2 hashtags. Hashtags have intrigued me for a very long time. They are like the SEO for Twitter and other social networks as well. One important takeaway is that all social networks are also search engines, and hashtags have a big impact in a tweet's visibility. However, there are people who know hashtags are important and make the mistake of stuffing their tweets with hashtags. The problem is that the more hashtags are in a tweet, the harder that tweet is to read. Studies in this area have confirmed that including 1 to 2 hashtags in the same tweet will result in a higher number of retweets than tweeting with no hashtags or more than 2 hashtags. 12. Tweet motivational quotes. I used to only think of motivational quote tweets as those "when all else fails" tweets. However, they are more than that. Even though all of my tweets get retweeted, I still tweet motivational quotes throughout the day. The reason is that out of all of the tweets I send out, my motivational tweets spread the most. My average tweet with a motivational quote gets 4 times as many retweets as a tweet about an article. Motivational quotes fill people with a good attitude and confidence. People will want to share this feeling with their audiences, and doing that means retweeting your tweet. 13. Tweet trending topics. Out of the millions of topics that get tweeted about on Twitter, trending topics are the most popular of them all. Many people click on the trending topics to see what kinds of tweets are getting sent out. Some tweets related to trending topics get retweeted dozens of times, regardless of whether the person who sent out the tweet has a few hundred followers or a few thousand followers. When you tweet about trending topics, only be sure to tweet about it when you can say something clever or relevant. In addition, do not try to be clever or relevant just because something is trending on Twitter. Some trending topics are not the right ones to tweet about. 14. Thank your followers often. The best kind of connection on Twitter is a mutual connection where you and your follower know each other well enough to consider each other friends. Thanking your followers for performing certain activities such as retweeting one of your tweets, giving you a shout out, or sharing one of your blog posts is a great way to build strong connections with your followers. Many of these strong connections lead to more retweets. Some people have retweeted over 20 of my tweets because that person and I know each other well enough to consider ourselves friends with one another. 15. Host a giveaway. There are few things on Twitter that spread like a giveaway. Some people have been able to get hundreds of retweets from their giveaways and even make their way to the trending topics list on Twitter. You want to have a giveaway every quarter and let everyone know that so they have a reason to stick around. Assurance's famous $1.5 million giveaway resulted in the account gaining over 200,000 Twitter followers in one day. In less than 6 months, the account lost over 125,000 of those followers because people had no reason to stick around. Having one giveaway every quarter gives those people in it for the giveaway a reason to stick around and retweet you. 16. Pin your most popular tweet. Twitter's Pin Your Tweet feature allows you to pin any tweet you want to the top of your feed. That way, if you tweeted about something 2 days ago, pin that tweet, and you have sent out 5 tweets in the past day, the pinned tweet from 2 days ago still shows up at the top of your feed. This means a popular tweet can become more popular. If one of your tweets gets 20 retweets, you can surely bring it up to 100 if that tweet is pinned long enough. You also have the option to tweet certain tweets that you want to be popular. Maybe the tweet is a link to a product or a subscription form, but as a result of pinning that tweet, it stays popular longer. 17. Include links in your tweets. In many cases, those 140-character tweets end up promoting some kind of article that is well over 140 characters. People on Twitter are on a great search for information, and in many cases, links provide information. Whether the link leads to an article or your bio, it provides information. In addition, studies in this area have confirmed that tweets with links are more likely to get retweeted than tweets without links. Instead of telling people about the major takeaways from an article, include that link so people have somewhere to go to after reading your tweet. 18. Send out more tweets. The more tweets you send, the greater your chance is of getting retweeted. Many people have a constantly refreshing feed in which if you send out a tweet at 3 p.m. and someone logs in at 3:05 p.m., that person missed your tweet. Sending out more tweets gives your followers more chances to see them. If you send out 20 tweets throughout the day, that's 20 chances your followers have of seeing the tweet. The only way to get more retweets in the first place is by making sure your followers see your tweets, and sending out more tweets is a great way to get seen more often. 19. Schedule more tweets. Just because you send out 2 tweets instead of 1 does not guarantee more retweets. Many people who think of sending more tweets mistakenly think that this means sending out 10 tweets in 5 minutes. This will annoy your followers and not result in more retweets. In addition, if you send out those tweets at 3 p.m. and one of your followers logs in at 3:15 p.m., that follower just missed all of your tweets for the day on their timeline. By scheduling tweets throughout the day to account for different time zones, more people will be able to see your tweets, and this will boost your chances of getting more retweets. 20. Include a number in your tweets. In most cases, numbers result in more specific tweet. There is a difference between the title Amazing Kicking Tips and 100 Amazing Kicking Tips. If you tell your audience how many tips there are, your followers will know the exact number, and that is helpful when it comes to clicking the link. In addition, studies in this area have shown that tweets with a number included get more retweets than tweets without numbers included. That means you should be tweeting out articles with a list so you're able to include numbers in your tweets. There are plenty of articles with lists on my blog about social media and business. 21. Have a Twitter follow button on your blog. The Twitter button is a button that gets placed on your blog that promotes your Twitter account. Since there are many options, you want to be sure to choose a Twitter button that does the following. 1. Reveal how many followers you have without the need to go on Twitter. 2. Allow people to follow you on Twitter without leaving your blog. The Twitter follow button on my blog was created with the AP Twitter follow button widget, which is on WordPress. Similar options are available for other blogging platforms. You want the people who follow you to stay on your blog because if the reader likes the content, that person will also be more likely to retweet one of your tweets. Some of these readers may go on to retweet dozens of your tweets. More exposure for you. 22. Tweet YouTube videos. YouTube videos are everywhere on the web. They appear on other blogs and Facebook posts and on Twitter, among other places. In fact, over 700 tweets are sent every minute about YouTube videos. That means over 21,000 tweets every month and over 255,500 tweets every year are about YouTube videos. In addition, YouTube videos get more engagement than any other kind of video. They get almost twice as much engagement as Vine videos and get more than 3 times the engagement compared to Instagram videos. YouTube videos are the most popular kinds of videos on the web, and since they give your audience something to watch, some people may retweet it. Make sure the video is good before you tweet it. 23. Use an exclamation point. There are a few ways to end a sentence, but out of all of the ways to end a sentence, the sentences that end with an exclamation point get the most attention. On Twitter, exclamation points tend to show your personality, and it is the tweets with exclamation points that get retweeted more often than the tweets without exclamation points. Since most tweets either have a period or no period at all, exclamation points are that more powerful. It is important to avoid overusing exclamation points or else they will lose their effectiveness. My recommendation is to tweet with an exclamation point about 33% of the time. 24. Use capital letters in your tweets. Did this grab your attention? Using capital letters has been proven to grab people's attention. Some of your tweets could be getting more tweets just with capital letters. 100 amazing blogging tips and 100 amazing blogging tips are 2 very different tweets. Capital letters work like exclamation points. If every letter in every tweet is capitalized, it will lose its effectiveness because on your timeline, capital letters have become ordinary. Although this method should only be implemented a few times every day, it tends to bring in good results when it gets implemented. 25. Tweet other people's articles. Tweeting other people's articles will provide variety on your Twitter feed. People like variety if that variety is related to one main niche. When you tweet someone's article, be sure to mention that person on Twitter in the tweet. You can include via at username at the end of your tweet. This allows the person to see that you shared their article, and some of these people will retweet your tweet. As a result, your tweet gets in front of a larger audience who will be eager to retweet your tweet. The bigger this person's audience is, the more retweets your tweet is bound to get. 26. Use popular words. Some words generate more retweets than others. That means how you are wording your tweets has a big impact in the actual number of retweets you receive. Dan Zarella looked at over 10,000 of the most popular tweets that got retweeted in his database and shared the 20 most retweeted words of all time. The top 5 are you, Twitter, please, retweet, and post. 27. Have a good avatar. Many people underestimate the importance of having a good avatar. When people retweet your tweet, those people's audiences also get to see your avatar. We constantly need to be reminded that there is a real human being behind the screen. That means an avatar of yourself instead of a cartoon character will result in more retweets. A good avatar builds on your credibility because people will remember you for what you look like. We need visuals to remember people by. Having an avatar of yourself will also get more followers than any other avatar you choose. Never be afraid to show a picture of yourself for your avatar. As always, dream big, achieve greatness, and unlock your potential. Today, to your health, wealth, and success, Richard Hackworth. Remember to like and follow our page at www.facebook.com/worldmartialartsmarketing and on Instagram at World Martial Arts Marketing.
You have been watching the World Martial Arts Success Show. I am Gina Lee, and on behalf of our sponsors and our show host, Richard Hackworth, I would like to thank you for watching today's episode. We always appreciate your comments and support. We look forward to having you with us next time. Be sure to visit our website at the link in the video description.